Well, here we are with Grant Downing. Hey, Grant, how you doing? Grant's a Kiwi. Grant is one of these guys who lived the dream. Like, you've been racing in America, you're racing funny cars and stuff in America, building cars and that. You know, that's like a dream come true, isn't it?
Oh, I was really lucky to be able to live in America for 23 years.
Yeah.
Drive a nitro funny car for 12 years.
Yeah.
And then, you know, at the moment, I'm still the fastest Kiwi. I've been 315 mile an hour.
Wow.
I just done some work on Anthony Marsh and Tony Marsh's Top Fuel Dragster. So hopefully this season they'll be able to beat me and become the fastest Kiwi. So.
Oh, well, I mean, like that, you know, like Tony Marsh, you know, and Anthony, like driving that car. Man, I saw them break the record last year, you know, and that was just incredible. Okay, so yeah, you're doing their work.
Yeah, I've had both the fuel car and the Top Fuel car here, done work on those. So.
Wow, now you got some cool toys. Now tell us a little bit about this pickup, man. Look, this is just insane.
Yeah, this is a 1965 Chevy Pickup. I bought it from the second owner in America when I was living over there. I got it, they had a stock 6-cylinder, 3 on the tree. So I just lowered it, put disc brakes on it, and then after I drove it around like that for probably 3 years, and then I pulled it off the road, put a 496 big block in it, turbo 400, and
how many horsepower did it get?
it's about 600 horsepower.
Yeah.
It's got a 950 Dominator and a roller cam and dart rectangle port heads.
It's almost as much horsepower you need to pull the yank off your mother, isn't it?
Yeah. But no, and basically it's finished. Like I painted the engine bay and I've painted underneath.
Yeah.
But that's it. I'm not painting anything else. It's done.
Wow, that's beautiful. I know, you know, like, because when you lift the bonnet up, the red pops out of you, you know, then there's the black engine just hiding away in there.
Yep, and so I just painted the wheels red to match the deal, so...
The real wheels.
The real steel wheels.
Wow.
And then, unfortunately, when I brought it into New Zealand, we had to take the original wood out of the bed.
Yeah,
Ag worried about, block and that, so I had to put new wood in the bed. I kind of like the old patina rotted out wood, but we did this just because we had to.
Well, you know, we don't want any bugs in the country.
No, got to do.
We still don't got any snakes, I don't think. You know, we got some snakes down in Parliament. Got a lot of snakes down there, man. Vipers and scorpions and snakes and all that. You know,
all sorts down there.
Yeah. Now, what about this one?
This is a '56 Chevy Pickup. It's New Zealand.
New Zealand new, yeah.
Right-hand drive.
And it's a project for someone?
Yeah, it's a project for Willie White. It came with a stock chassis was boxed with a jag front end, but the truck sat really high. Okay. And Willie wanted it to sit lower, so I cut the front of the frame off, made a new front half of the frame to raise the suspension up to lower the truck. So getting all that mounted, I've got an LS motor. Willie's just ordered that from the States. That should be here in about 4 weeks. Wow. And then I just got a Ford 9-inch housing, so we'll put a 9-inch housing in it, build all that for it, suspend it, then once that's done, we'll lift the body off, finish boxing the frame, cross members, do the exhaust, and then he'll take the body away, get the body work done.
You got a dream job, man. You know, working on nice stuff, you know.
Yeah, well, we just do the best.
Now, this monster.
Well, this is actually a little bit of a story. I've always liked 41 Willys coupes.
Yeah.
And so this is going to be my wife and I's new hot rod. This is for the street.
Grocery getter, right?
This is for the street.
Yeah, so, awesome. Hey, let me just shake your hand on that one, man. That is just amazing.
So, back in America, they built these for ProMod. So I called up Harry Glass and told him I wanted to put one on the street. So he built it the body extra thick. So
I was going to say,
the street with Cormate in it.
Yeah.
So it's really strong. And then when I sold my funny car operation in America, I brought all the hard parts for this.
Okay.
So it's basically going to have a 540-inch Hemi in it. But I managed to get off a boat racer over there, twin-plug aluminium water head, so it'll be 2 plugs per cylinder.
Yeah.
I got a Alan Johnson of one of Morgan Lucas's race cars, 1471 blower for it. And then one of my alcohol customers hurt his titanium clutch cam. Okay. So he gave me a titanium clutch cam because it won't pass cert. So I've got titanium clutch can, Lenco, and then I brought one of those Mark Williams modular 9 inches for it. Because the back of the car is cut up so high when you look at it from behind, you're going to see the rear end. So I thought, well, you've got to have something that looks nice.
You've got to have something that looks. You don't want a big chubby bum.
Yeah.
You want something pretty cute.
Yep.
Wiggling past you.
Obviously, these are the Hoosier street legal tyres.
Yeah. Wow.
I brought all these back from the States with me.
So what widths are those?
They're like 18.5 inches wide.
Ah, beautiful, eh?
Yeah.
Man, you can never have too much rubber, eh?
No, so we're going to put a small spoiler on it. And
Yeah.
I'm going to paint it semi-gloss black. So
Are you going to do anything to the windows? Are they going to come out?
They're going to cut out
Yeah.
the big windows. Not that you'll see anything out of
No.
them, but let a little bit of light into the car.
Yeah. You'll be able to find your cut lunch.
Yeah. So I've gone through all the New Zealand Code of Construction.
Wow, that's pretty.
It's really thick.
That's really thick. Yeah.
I've gone through all the Code of Construction, building it so everything's okay. The only marginal thing is the hood scoop because of obscured vision.
Okay.
So we've got to work on maybe trying to get that a bit lower, getting the engine a bit lower in the car.
Is that the law's obscured vision, or
Yeah, there's a rule for it.
or your obscured vision?
Oh, I'm fine. I don't
Yeah.
care.
I've always got obscured vision.
Yeah. I just had to go to Specsavers and get my first ever pair of glasses.
Yeah, really?
Just for welding. So.
I go to the $2 shop and they cost $2.
Yeah. But no, so it's going to be.
Wow, streeted, man. Just is there any idea when it will be on the road?
Not as yet.
Not as yet. It's a good project.
Yeah, like I said, I've only been here a year and a half, and I put a lot of money into building the shop.
Oh, yeah.
I've still got a little bit left to do on the shop, but.
Whose is this funny car?
And this funny car is for a guy from down Palmerston Northway, Wayne Sabritsky.
Okay.
The car originally ran in America in the late 70s and 80s. So we've done a lot of chassis work to it, built new fuel tanks, oil tanks, mounted a late model Hemi motor in it. We're just doing some aero work to it, putting a spoiler on the front, and then we've got a few other things to do, build a new spoiler for the back, remounted the body. So we've done a bit of work for this, so he's just about ready to pick it up, maybe in another month or so. It'll be done, and he's bringing all the engine parts in from America for it.
So like after having, you had your shop, because I remember you a few years ago, when you brought your flopper out here and did some amazing burnouts, Yeah. So what's it like coming from there to here and like seeing the quality of work, and the progression?
It's most of the quality of work here I've seen is really good. Obviously, everything's a little bit of a different scale.
Yeah.
There's not as much of these, high dollar cars like there are in America.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But the guys at the track, they do great with what they have, and obviously it's so hard in New Zealand to buy everything because it's so expensive when it comes from the States.
Yeah.
But no, unfortunately I've only been to the drags a couple of times because I've been busy trying to build the shop.
Well, this is your little babe cave.
Well, this is the office.
The office.
Well, I figured you could do
what a perfect office. Yeah.
Do paperwork in an office, or you can do paperwork at a bar.
Yeah, and so do your office work at a bar.
Yeah.
No, this is pretty cool.
There's quite a few hot rodders in the area, so people come around here on the weekends, and then.
Isn't the Hawke's Bay just a big capture can for hot rodders and stuff, isn't it, eh?
Yeah.
And man, it's hot rodding is different in the regions. And this is an amazing region for hot rodding.
Yeah, and then obviously I do lots of different things. Like I built my sink out of the toolbox, and just because you can.
Is that the toilet in there?
That's the urinal. Yep.
The urinal. Where's the arsenal? Check this out.
And it flushes.
Yeah. So this goes to Line Breweries, does it? Oh no, DB Breweries. Hey, you guys from DB Breweries, this is where it starts. You never own beer, you just rent it.
Yep.
Wow, you got all the tools,
Yeah, well, I had a chassis shop in America for 20 plus years.
Yeah, but you were building some big stuff there, eh?
Like for the last probably 10 years, I was working for Worsham Racing, building those nitro funny cars. But in the slow times, people would bring me other jobs to do door car work. But before I closed my shop down in 2002, I had a full chassis shop, and I had up to 11 employees at one time working for me. So I never sold any of my machinery. I sold, I had 4 TIG welders. I sold a couple of TIG welders because a man doesn't need 4. I figured he needs 2.
You need two in case one breaks.
So I
yeah.
had 2 TIG welders, and I bought a MIG welder right before I came to New Zealand because I figured I'd probably be working on tractors and people's trailers, so I thought I'd better buy a MIG welder. But basically everything I brought from the States, it almost all fitted into one 40-foot container for the workshop.
That's good, eh?
And then the house went into one 40-foot container for all the house
All
stuff.
the house bits and pieces. Did you bring a lot of oak stuff back with you?
No.
I mean, like Californians are mad on oak furniture, you know. Oak.
No, we just brought just the basic stuff back, and then we brought cars back because we've been there for so long.
Yeah.
So my wife brought back a 2014 Dodge Challenger.
Oh, really? Yeah.
And then that's her kind of daily driver. I brought back a SRT8 Dodge Magnum wagon because everybody needs a 425 horsepower
Everyone is,
wagon.
and if you can't afford a Dodge a Ford, you know. Yeah, you've got a car going to Bonneville here.
Yep, this is for a local customer in Napier. It's going to go to Bonneville. His plan is 2 years. He's got pretty much all the motor stuff done, so he dropped this off probably 6 months ago as just a shell.
Yeah.
So we've got to mount the motor, the trans, build a rear end for it. And he was a Chevy guy. He would not put a Ford 9-inch in it. Everything had to be Chevy, so it's got a Chevy rear end in it. And then we obviously with the Bonneville, we want as much weight as we can, so we just use mild steel, thick wall, mild steel for everything. And then because of the turbo, we had to cut the towers out so we can get the headers routed around the turbo. But the class he's running, you're not allowed fuel injection. So it has to be a carburetor.
Yeah.
So it makes stuff a little bit harder for him.
Yeah, well,
power-wise.
it's whatever class you want to go in. I mean, they've got all the way up to open, haven't they?
Yeah.
Where you can run as big as and heavy as and whichever as you want.
Yeah, so we've got most of it pretty much done now. So now we're just going to make some fuel tanks, water tanks, intercooler tanks, and stuff like that for it. And then mount fire bottles and fire lines.
Yeah.
But no, he's pretty much got everything, so we're just trying to get it done now. So.
Well, this is a cool place to come and work every day. I noticed your big slicks up the back there. They still got the little nipples on them too.
Yeah, those ones are another set for this funny car here in the shop. So. And the joy is I get to walk to work. You get to walk,
and it's not far.
No,
it's across the creek.
Yeah, across the creek, a nice little bridge I walk across.
Yeah, man, this is cool. But turning this into a street car, man, that is just absolutely.
There's a company in California that make all the reproduction grille and headlights.
Yeah.
They've got an original grille and the original steel, reproduction style headlights and headlight bezels, so they all look stock. Yeah, it'll be something different.
Wow. Grant, thank you very much, man, for letting us come into your life like this.
It's been my pleasure.
This is awesome. Parallax.
Yeah, it's gone from a wool shed to a race car shop.
That's how it starts, from an idea to reality. Wow, that is just so cool. And this 600 horsepower, man, that's going to smoke them hides.
Yes, it does.
I like the way you say, yes, it does, and get that in very quickly. Well, okay, thank you so much.